So it's Tuesday morning now. I've got kind of a half day today. The chap's come in to put the new locks on my van. Now a lot of you will know, a lot of you will have experienced van theft, tool theft, and just vans in general ain't safe at night these days. So as I've got myself a new van, I need to up the security, so I've got an expert coming. He's going to be fitting me deadlocks, hook bolts, various things to keep my kit safe, keep my livelihood secure. So I'm going to hopefully try and film some of that, one for this but also for my other social media channels. So yeah, I've got that, and then this afternoon I've got some interesting jobs which I'll try and take you around with me. One of them, which the gas engineers won't like, it's me unblocking a drain, a kitchen gully, just general bread and butter job that us plumbers have to do. But a lot of you guys who just do boilers, gas installation, stuff like that, you'll think it's pretty disgusting, but it's a really satisfying job, so I'm going to get some good footage from that for you. And then there'll be boiler faults, general plumbing, general gas work. So yeah, it should be a good day.
I've just secured this van for a local plumbing firm in Leicestershire. We've fitted two T-series deadlocks to the side door and T-series deadlock to the rear barn door. The problem with these vans, this is the Volkswagen Transporter T6. The problem with these is, well, I won't mention too much, but they attack rear of the sliding side door, which enables the central locking to be disconnected. They also are attacking this area. Again, I won't mention too much, but that enables the locking to be disabled via the internal linkage. So what we do is we fit a nice mounted deadlock to the side. And this customer also requested a high level lock as well, because on certain vans, not so much these, but they're peeling the door down, so a high level lock will stop it. Operation, key in at 9, clockwise to 9 o'clock, key in at 9, clockwise to 9 o'clock, and that's it. Any attempt to open the door moves probably a millimetre or two, and that's jammed shut. The more you pull it, the more the lock is firing into the C-pillar. So if you do forget, just a little pressure on the lock to release them again. Yeah. This van has an alarm on it already, factory fit. It's the Highline van, so it comes with a standard VW alarm. Back door's the same operation, just a bit lower down. In at 9, clockwise you move, and that's zero movement. The door's anchored at the top. There's a VW latch at the top, so that does keep the van back door from being opened. So I've only ever seen the side door be attacked on these vans. It's the weakest part of the van, unfortunately. So yeah, invest in some deadlocks. There's a lifetime warranty on parts and labour. Mobile service. Their company is Vehicle Fit.
Okay, this next job we're going to is, I tweeted about it last week when we had the bad weather. It was an empty property, a letted property through the estate agents. Someone who owned one of the garages below complained of water coming through the ceiling. So I went over, and what had happened was the property had been empty and there was no heating left on. So in the bad weather, the pipes froze, and the increased pressure on the pipes popped off a compression fitting and also split a HEP 2.0 grey plastic fitting. It split it right around the collar. So I've already been capped the water off. I repaired the compression fitting, but we've got the HEP 2.0 fitting, because I don't carry that stuff on my van. I've had to get that from the merchant. So we're going to go over now, repair that, get the water back on, and then we'll have to try other stuff. Like, I mean, the place was flooded, so all the electrics are off, the boiler's off, so I'm going to fix that, then we'll get the water back on, then we'll test the boiler, see if there's been any damage on the boiler, and then hopefully get the heating back on to dry the property out. Okay, so this is the bathroom. Now, when I came to this burst pipe, I could hear the water from somewhere behind this boxing in. I guessed it was the supply to either the basin or the toilet. So what I did was, to try and minimise damage, use my multi-tool to cut this tile out, this piece here, and then when you have a look in here, we can see this Feauturing, and this, you can tell here, is actually split. So it's shattered off there, and that's where the water was coming from. So what we're going to do now is repair that, and then we'll get the water back on. And the reason we need to do that first is because the boiler is in here. Now when I attended the burst, there was also a lot of water down here and a lot of water dripping off the boiler. Now the power was turned off, so the tenants, when they'd left, had turned the power off. I had a quick look inside, but as the water was off, I couldn't see anything obvious that was leaking or split. So what I need to do once I've got the water back on is we will repressurise the system and then see if anything in here is actually leaking, because ideally I want to get the heating back on ASAP to dry the property out. Okay. So I've got a couple of new inserts to put in this Feauturing pipe. It's tricky doing this one-handed. Now they don't make the grey fittings anymore, they're white. So we are going to push that one on there. Oh, this. Okay, that's that one in there, and then we've got the new insert in there. If you watch now, you'll see this locate. Okay, so that's repaired now. We can get the water back on. So I'll just quickly show you before I turn the water back on. This is under the sink. This is the compression fitting, an unused hot supply for a washing machine. They literally shot off the end of that pipe. So they had two sources of the burst, one in the kitchen and one in the bathroom, which is the opposite end of the property. So you can imagine they had a pretty decent flood in here. So we'll turn the water back on now. We'll go and check it out. Okay, so you can see here we've got another split Feauturing pipe, pissing everywhere, and then on the toilet as well. I couldn't see this before, but you can see there that one's split. So I've got to now cap these off, so I can have the water on, just to literally test the boiler. I need to test that boiler. So you can see this water here, put my finger in, which is then been dripping down the hot. That's coming from the plate heat exchanger. So I'm going to have to whip that out now and check the seals on that, because that's dripping. Okay, so the boiler's holding pressure now, but as with all jobs, it can go, when it goes wrong, it can go really wrong. So I've just gone to turn the power on downstairs, and the electric meter's in debt by 15 quid. I can't find the key to top it up, so I'm going to have to get back in touch with the letting agency now to try and get some power on, so we can fire the boiler up and get this place warmed up. So yeah, this landlord's not having much luck at the moment, because every little thing adds up to the bill, costing more. Part of the job I don't like is telling a landlord something else is wrong, it's going to cost you this much more money. So yeah, it's turned into the job from hell, this one. So that job was a bit of a washout. I'd gone over there hoping to get the heating on to dry the property out, and I've ended up finding three more leaks, and also couldn't get the boiler on because there's no electricity. So got to call the landlord now, let them know what's going on, find out from the letting agency who's got the key fob to top the electric meter up, which could be a job because the old tenant moved out a month ago. So it's just one of those jobs I don't like, because I like to get a job, go to it, fix it, send the bill, go to the next one. This one now is dragging on. I've been there 3 times now. I'm probably going to have to go back there another couple of times. And also, as I said on the video, keep having to ring the landlord with bad news that's the part of the job I don't like. So let's hope my next job's a little bit easier. I've been called out to low pressure on a system. Tenant doesn't know how to top the pressure up, so I'm going over now. I picked up the keys from the letting agency already, so I'll take you in with me and we'll have a look at that spoiler with no pressure. This job's call out to low boiler pressure, no heating or no hot water. So I'm just going to show you around. It's a typical rental job. Look at that. Boiler's wide up on an extension lead. Expanding foam to seal the flue. It's all over the place. Now there is an additional expansion vessel on this system. Now it could be because there's a lot of system water, but it's probably because the one in the back of the boiler shot it and they've put this on instead of repairing the one in the back of the boiler. So I'm just going to check what charge is actually in this. Putting my foot pump on, and it reads pretty low, just under half a bar pressure, I think. Shows you on there. There we go. So you can see there I've pumped it up to just over 1. So whip that off, and then we'll add some water into the system because it's not really touched it. I never just, if it's a low pressure, I'll never just go and put pressure in the system. I'll always check the expansion vessel, because a lot of the time that is the issue. They lose charge. The boilers aren't serviced, aren't maintained properly in this country, so it's a good idea to always check your pressure on your vessels. So we'll just top this up and get this going. Okay, this is the blocked gully I was talking about. You can see all around me where it's overflowed onto the patio. Now, the gas engineers, you won't want to do this, you won't even like watching this, but the plumbers, this is the bread and butter job you'll do quite often if the homeowner or the tenant can't do it themselves. So the first thing I'm going to do is put these really long gloves on, because I might end up getting my arm right in. Now, if you don't know what this is, a gully is like a P-trap, so similar to you would have on a bath or a basin, just a trap. Sits with the water in to keep the smells from the sewers out. What will have happened here, the first thing I'll do is I'll just remove this protective grate. Now this is designed to stop leaves and general stuff getting in and blocking the gully, so I'll take that out. But yeah, what's probably happened here is leaves, general silt, stuff that's come from the sink, washing machine, boiler condense, and then the rainwater from the roof also runs down into here, so it takes quite a lot. But what you'll notice when I start pulling it out, I don't know if you can see that, I'll bring it close to the camera. So you got like leaves, silt, smells horrible, but this will all be blocking the P-trap. So what I'm going to do, what I normally do, is get it into a bag. Okay, so this is the gully. Just put your hand right in there. See, this is all just leaves. Oh, there's a bit of plastic there as well. So I'm just getting my fingers right into the P now. I can feel it's really badly blocked. It's like clay. And a lot of these twigs and stuff. Yeah, the smell from this is really, really bad. All kinds of crap in there. Okay, when you think you've got everything out, you can take a bucket of water. and test it. So we can see that's not going down, so I'm going to have another go now with my arm to try and get the blockages out. Okay, so that's all clear now. You can see it's running away. We're well below the level. Not the most satisfying one I've done. This isn't the right size for the gully, so that's probably why a lot of crap's gone in at the sides, but it's working now. It's better than it was. So yeah, it's just another job I have to do regularly.